everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin, brought to you by Sazzlebots, the AI image generation company.
What?
My name is...
I quit.
Yeah, Brian, I tender my resignation.
Thank you for listening to Impossible Coin. Our music is brought to you by Big Saj.
Oh my God.
I've got a letter here. Our music was brought to you by Big Saj. It's now brought to you by Sazzlebots, music generation company.
Oh my God.
You know what? The cost is too high. I'm gonna send a quick email to Sazzlebots. I've told them no.
Thank you. I don't know why you didn't tell no before.
I'm gonna burn down their house.
That sounds right. You're gonna put Sach out of a gig, man? Sach has been back in it forever. He has a family now.
That's not a threat, that's a promise. I'm burning down the house.
Fucking Sazzlebots.
My electric bill was so expensive this last month. Absolutely the fuck not. I can't do that every month. Holy shit.
Now that the air tastes like cigarettes, you can just make a robot make a video of someone making a frappuccino.
No.
I saw it on
Also,
X.
no, hold on. I'm not going to let that one slide. You can't actually do that. You might be able to get, at best, 5 seconds of video after hundreds of hours of work. But, you can't make an actual video of that. Not with AI. And the people that make AI know that they can't do that. And they're selling it to you anyways. Don't let these clowns fuck around in your face, man.
Did you see the story about a photographer who won an AI photography contest by submitting a real live photo?
No.
I saw that on Blue Sky this morning, and he was disqualified because he won with a real life photo, not an AI generated photo.
That's so fucking funny. Oh no.
Man, since the last time we convened, there has been a bit of AI bullshittery in the news, which especially drove me up the wall, which is the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. The number of different ways this thing gave me a stroke. I was just man, I really do need to prepare.
Did you see all the commentary from people who were like, yeah, no, they hired our studio to work on that. It's not all AI is the thing.
Yeah.
That is at least one of my bullet points. I don't know how much of that I believe. I'm sure that there were multiple studios brought in for because it seems to be the way these things work now is they press the idiot button. They're like, idiot button, and then a robot barfs out something completely worthless, like Rocky talks about. And then after they have the robot barf, it seems to be that the order of the day is they then take the robot barf to a human studio. Say, human studio, please fix the robot barf. It's not usually hire humans from the start and just claim robots made it. It's have the robot barf and then tell humans to fix the barf.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah. That seems to be the usual order of things. But either way, fuck this. Okay, so Wizard of Oz comes out 1939. It is safe to say all of the central players involved in the film are fucking dead. Victor Fleming, dead. Judy Garland, dead. Everyone is dead. And so they're like, oh yeah, we're just expanding some of their choices as filmmakers and performers. No, they are dead. You can't ask Victor Fleming what he would do as a director. Also, more to the point, Victor Fleming already had a chance to make choices as a director. It's called the fucking movie. When you're like, oh, you know what? Let's pull the camera back so now it sees the ceiling inside of Auntie M's cabin. Well, the director didn't do that. Why are we doing that now? and like everything just looks like dog shit. Like, I mean, I'm sure you've seen the pictures of like the scarecrow, but in order to like fill the entire dumb sphere screen, they've like filled it out with so much field that it looks like the Windows desktop from like circa 2000.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is this? What is this? And they've got Ben Mankiewicz, who's been like a guy on Turner Classic Movies for like over 20 years, out here being like, hey everyone, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. As you know, AI is inevitable and you can't fight it. So stop yelling. Just enjoy it. I'm like, Ben Mankiewicz, like how much money did they give you? How much money did Sazzlebots give you, Ben Mankiewicz? Like, what the fuck?
You know what, Brian, I have an alternate perspective.
Okay.
I know at the beginning of this, you said that this shouldn't happen. I personally believe that this has to happen, and it should. I mean, specifically, that the people that want to remake the old shit without paying anyone and decide to try to weasel their way out of it get smoked in public repeatedly until it literally breaks them. And breaking can be anywhere from literally bankrupting the companies involved to breaking the spirit of the people who bring these ideas to the table. Ideas in quotation marks, if that wasn't clear. But like, okay. I specifically think that the only way that any of this is going to stop is if like they like literally shatter over it. Like, I agree that like the arts are expensive. I do think that the value is like recouped ultimately, and maybe not necessarily in money. And that's a thing that like I can argue with the suits about if they really want to. But like, personally, I feel like that if they want to be so serious about like cutting corners and like destroying human like livelihoods and work for the sake of their bottom line, they deserve to have that bottom line die in their mouths in front of them, as in many ways possible. I know we still have some creatives out there.
Yeah, like it's so depressing. It's so depressing. And like the idea that they want to sell tickets to this ugly, weird nightmare bullshit, which one of my least favorite parts about it is that it inexplicably cuts 30 minutes from The Wizard of Oz. How does that even fucking work? Like,
they do all this extra shit to add new ideas or whatever, and it's 30 minutes shorter. Why?
What 30 minutes are cut?
Like, how do you like? I'm like, what is? Does she only like go to the fucking city with like two people? Like, fuck the Cowardly Lion. Like what is being cut from this movie?
These movies, no, but I think that's also a symptom of like movies trying to get in on the DLC game. You know what I mean? Like they want to see if they can squeeze an extra buck out of the populace by like having like movies not show up all at once, which is also terrible. It's a terrible idea that they deserve to get smoked over.
Tickets for this is?
What?
Do you know how much tickets for the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere cost?
Oh, I actually don't know. I've heard that the ticket price is insane. I haven't looked.
Oh, it is $200 American dollars.
For what?
To see.
$200 American dollars for an AI slop film that lost 30 seconds of content. Or 30 minutes of content. 30 minutes of content. Right. I said seconds and then I immediately corrected. Yeah. What the hell? No thanks. Nope.
That's so stupid. That's so worthless.
And apparently during the tornado sequence, because they're like, oh yeah, we want it to be like a fully engaging experience. They literally are blowing debris around the inside of the sphere. They're like, oh yeah, it's fully immersive. I'm like, look, man. Okay, look. You've got little bits of foam you're blowing around because you don't want it to be anything hard because you don't want to hurt anybody and like be liable for it because hey, hello, corporations. So you're asking me to sit in a big fucking theater where I had to like climb 19 flights of stairs to see a movie which is 30 minutes shorter, looks like dog shit, and then you're gonna blow a bunch of foam in my face? How about this? Bend over and fuck your own ass. Like what is this? What the hell is this? $200 for that? I don't even get a t-shirt? Go to hell.
It's crazy you don't get a t-shirt. Like, that has to be included.
No commemorative popcorn bucket?
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, these buckets are out of control, Tegan. The buckets is a whole other stage.
The buckets are also stupid.
I hate the buckets so much. Like, I saw a Galactus bucket, and I'm like, you know what, man? Maybe we should just not have theaters anymore.
I mean, you know that's not the answer, but I hear you, man.
Yeah, I'm like, how tall is that? And I was like, oh my god, this popcorn bucket is 2.5 feet tall. And I'm like, oh no, oh god, and I'm like, it has a little button on it, and the button was in fact the Silver Surfer, and when you press it, it does her little thing. It's like, I herald the beginning. I'm like, yeah, I really want to reach 2 feet deep to get my popcorn out of this giant Galactus head bucket, and then have a button that like talks to me while I'm trying to fish the bottom of my popcorn out.
You know, if America really wanted to get into the collectible figure game again, they could do it. The tools are there. You don't need a collectible popcorn bucket. What are you going to do when you're done with the thing? You're not going to display it. You're going to use it as a temporary trash can in your office. Be so for real.
Yeah, it's 2.5 feet tall. That's definitely a bathroom office trash can.
There are subreddits devoted to the fucking popcorn bucket collections, and unfortunately, you're wrong. Like, no, though these people do display the buckets.
Okay.
Yeah, there's whole bucket cabinets. They and like apparently that is where people start to get apoplectic over the ones that are like really oddly shaped, because they're like, oh no, I had my bucket cabinet all set up for 4 shelves, but now the Galactus bucket is 2.5 feet tall. What will I do? What will I do with my 2.5 foot tall Galactus bucket? That cost $80.
I mean, that is a problem that regular figure collectors also have. You know, that's a problem that I've encountered, because I have the fancy special edition Horizon Forbidden West thing. So I had this giant fucking elephant I had to put somewhere, and it's got a weird shaped base. And I was like, where do I put this? I put it in my china cabinet. It fits fine, but like, it is very silly. Like, nice china, big elephant.
Hell yeah. The future is now.
Yeah, but no one ever expected you to eat popcorn out the elephant. God. Anyway, like, that's the thing, is that like when people get these ridiculous buckets, they don't even put popcorn in them because they want to keep them nice.
Yeah.
They're like, so I get the $80 popcorn bucket, and could you also sell me a medium buttered popcorn? Please do not put it in.
Like, you know, I mean, the execs involved are just like, cool, we sold these people a useless paperweight, you know? Like it's a problem to the people that are paying for it, you know? It's one of those things.
I saw the Freakier Friday one, and like the Freakier Friday one made me unreasonably upset. Because like something which is now part of the most recent trend in dumb shit at theaters is it's no longer enough to have the popcorn buckets. There's now the special drink cups too, right?
Okay.
And so Freakier Friday was like, okay, look, our special popcorn bucket looks like a large drink, and our special drink cup looks like a large popcorn. Do you get it?
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and unless you buy both, it doesn't really make sense because it's a matched set. I'm like, oh no. Just want to go to the movies, y'all.
I mean,
okay, I get it, but that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's good advertising. I'm sorry. Marketing team cook with that one.
Yeah, all right. God, I'm really tempted to have a segment called Tegan Judges Popcorn Buckets.
I mean, I think that's the thing that we can do. That sounds entirely accessible, I think.
Tegan, for the movie Nosferatu, how do you feel about the popcorn bucket being a little sarcophagus, and you like push the top off of it to get to your popcorn.
I mean, that sounds annoying.
Okay, yeah, all right. Nosferatu sarcophagus out. There it is.
Nosferatu sarcophagus inconvenient.
Okay.
You know? Popcorn bucket shaped like drink, and drink shaped like popcorn bucket, very funny. Haha. He's good joke, you know?
$80 2.5 foot tall Galactus bucket.
$80 is too much. $8 is too much for anything.
For anything?
For almost anything, yeah. $8 is way too much money. You know?
Fair enough.
What about a big
Most things should not be in the $80 range, so.
My big elephant was way too much money for the quality that it is. But I like it. Which is a different problem. You know?
Liking the elephant is an issue.
Well, yeah, because I spent way too much money on it. You know? The quality of the mold doesn't and the materials don't hold up the same way. So like if it gets too hot, it's gonna get all bendy. I know that in my heart of hearts, you know? And then it's not gonna look good anymore. And then what?
So
way too expensive, weird, bendy, wrong shaped item. Bad.
But right now you have the ability to literally have a conversation in your house and say, I'm not going to mention the elephant in the room when there is an elephant in the room.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And the elephant is in a majority of the rooms because of the way my house is shaped. It's got like our main like hallway goes into a T, and the T is both the living room and the dining room. So the elephant is in a majority of the rooms in my house.
There you go. So you can say that and it can be a real thing.
Always there. We do also have BB out there too. Light up BB is also where near the elephant, which was a harder thing to display because like we decided to put it on top of the china cabinet because having it in the china cabinet felt wrong. You know?
Yeah. So in summary, folks, please don't go see The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. I mean, there's so many other things you can do in Vegas. You don't got to do that.
What are your top 5 things to do in Vegas right now, Brian?
Ooh, okay. So Vegas has one of America's largest Thai communities. Hit little Thailand in Vegas. The best Thai food in the country can be found in Vegas. It's no joke. I would head downtown and go to the Mob Museum, which is in the former Federal Reserve Building downtown. That's a lot of fun.
Wait, they had all the mob people and the Fed in the same city? That seems silly.
Yeah, I mean, these things happen.
That seems like a miscalculation.
It sure does. But there's now a museum like dedicated to like the history of the mob in America there. And it's a fun museum. And if you want to, while you're at the Mob Museum, part of the basement of the Mob Museum has now been converted to a speakeasy. So if you reach out in advance, you can get a password for the day, and then take the staircase down to the basement, knock on the door, and the guy will slide open the window thing and be like, "What's the password?" And then let you into the speakeasy.
How far in advance?
You have to reach out a week in advance.
Okay.
The idea is they don't want just people like rolling up like, "Hey, what's the?" They want to kind of preserve that speakeasy flavor.
For sure.
I'm going to go ahead and put one more bar in here, which is going to be Frankie's Tiki, which is one of America's best tiki rooms. And the reason I particularly suggest them is they always have an amazing assortment of like mugs when you order a wild drink there, it's gonna come in like an elaborate, beautiful mug, which you can't get anywhere else, and is yours to keep. And so if you're like me, who's into collecting tiki, it's a cool place to hang out. I'd say take in a show. Depending on your budget, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There are like shows in Vegas like as cheap as like say like $10-15 if you're willing to like say like take in like a show from like the Promenade on like Planet Hollywood, up to like shows which can cost a lot, but there's shows for just about every budget, and there are ways to get show tickets cheap, which are not fuckery.
Okay.
Which is like a lot of fun. And like I tell you what, like there are so many. This is gonna sound weird. There are so many good pools in Vegas. It's like it's.
No, I hear you. Go for it.
Like the pool at Mandalay Bay.
Oh hell yeah! I love that one.
Oh my god, yeah! Like the functioning tide on the pool, and like
the lazy river.
It's nuts, and then like the pool at Circa, which is like it's like on the 14th floor, and like it's kind of like built around the sports bar, and has that like ridiculous television in it, and has like the swim up bar. Like there are pools for any like so just think of like what you're like. What's my ideal pool experience? And there is a pool in Vegas that will like fit your. So like I'd say like spend the day, hang out at the pool, take in a show because you can find a show that meets your needs. Dining in Vegas is insane. Like they're like it is a city for foodies. There's so much good stuff to eat for again across many budgets, and if you get off the strip, like the choices just blossom.
Yeah, that was my mistake last time I was in Vegas because I was there for Evo, and we didn't have a car. We were just a bunch of goons who headed out there, and I think we ended up getting burgers at like one of the the British chef, the one that curses all the time.
Gordon Ramsay?
Ramsay. Yeah, we got a burger at one of Ramsay's places, and it was a good burger. It was just $25. And we're like, what the fuck? But we were on the strip. That was probably what it was.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And if you get off the strip, then you can do stuff like go to Little Tokyo and get like a Japanese egg sandwich, which is like bigger than your head for like $8.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Or get like the best Thai food you can in this country. Like there's like so many good choices. Like there's a great Italian place south of the strip called the Bootlegger. And oh man, like fantastic, family owned, hasn't changed hands since like 47, and like they will cart your ass out when you're done because you're like, yeah, okay. Oh, so much deliciousness. But yeah, there's so much to do in that town. It really is a playground for grown-ups. And you do not need to spend $200 on seeing AI Slop Fest at the Sphere.
True.
Yeah. Come on. I don't care who you are listening to this. You're better than that. Brian has faith in you. I believe. Oh, man. I'll tell you what I don't believe in. Hearthstone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, have they continued to mess up? Or is it just not getting better?
So they pushed another balance patch.
Okay.
It is the largest balance patch in the history of the game. Full stop. And still no one cares about the new cards. They're like, if we hang a pork chop around the neck of the new cards, will you play with them? I'm like, no. Well, not. So now we're in the middle of an event where there is a new card earnable during the course of the event. It's a weapon for Death Knights, and the weapon has a death rattle.
Okay.
So like the way weapons work in Hearthstone is they have a limited number of uses.
Sure.
And then once you use it the last time, the weapon breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So some weapons have a death rattle, and the weapon does something when it breaks. And this particular Death Knight weapon, it's a 3-mana weapon with 1 attack and 6 uses, and its death rattle reads, "Destroy every minion on the board."
Fuck you.
I understand the logic behind the card. It's just bad and stupid.
Right.
Yeah, like the idea that it's like a 3-mana card means that you can play it in early game. But because it's a 6-use weapon, you, in theory, if you're swinging on this thing every turn, you're not going to break it until turn 9.
Right.
But they're like, oh, how do we counteract like this incredible board clear value on a 3-mana card? Oh, they're like, well, we could make the attack of the weapon 1 attack.
What? Why not just make it cost more mana?
And that's the problem, Tegan.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm right here, and they're wrong. I see. Okay, cool.
Yes. No.
The correct answer is make it cost more, and the dumb answer is make the attack less.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. So in theory, this thing would have higher attack and like less durability in order to see any kind of play. Like if this thing were like, say, 3 attack and 3 durability, then all of a sudden, it sees play. Like if it were like, say, a 6-mana, 3 attack, 3 durability weapon, this fucker would be like in every Death Knight deck. But as it is right now, it's completely unplayable. And so there's an event built around getting this completely unplayable card. They're like, would you like this completely unplayable card? Like, no, thank you, I'm good. I'm like, okay, you've this completely unplayable card. I'm like, well, good for me. I guess I will play it then. Yeah, it's amazing. They have done more to alienate the player base than they ever have before. And that takes work. Like they have pushed off so many of their key streamers. Like, I know I mentioned it last time that he said he was thinking about doing it, but Brian Kibler made good on it. He has not played like since the day he was like, you know what, I'm disgusted. Like he has not played Hearthstone since that day. And he's just been doing Magic the Gathering on stream. They have driven away so many people by just making bad decision after bad decision. Just goddamn, like it is silly season in there.
My condolences.
Yeah, like it feels bad because I've been playing this game for 10 years. 10 years. Like, Rocky, how long have you been playing Final Fantasy 14?
12-ish, but also I'm not playing right now. Like the new raid tier came and went, and I didn't touch it.
Like, but can you imagine, like, say if you were 10 years deep into it, and it just suddenly became the worst it ever was? Just like you're going to say, "Yep." You're like, I wasn't particularly having much fun before, but now this is downright offensive to my principles.
Honestly, that's happened to me before.
Oh. Tell me about it.
Geez, like I remember Brawl, I think. And, I was still largely a kid, at least compared to who I am now. And Brawl shipped with like tripping built into it. And like the following like year after like competitive play, like Nintendo doubled down and said, this is how we want the game to work. And so I dropped it. I didn't play Brawl for like the next like 3 years of like the competitive life cycle. And that's just what it was. I mean, it wasn't a clean break. It was a thing that like I talked about with a bunch of people and like really tried to search how I felt. But eventually I just broke ties. I came back for the next one, which I think was what was after Brawl? No, it was Smash 4.
Yeah, Smash 4 and then Ultimate, I think.
Yeah, I played Smash 4 a bit, but I didn't really get into it. Like I played some Pit, and then like I had less fun with it. And then I bought Ultimate, and I played it, socially or whatnot, but I didn't get into it competitively. And like it's just like a game that I forget is on my Switch. But like I remember when my life was basically Melee, and I was really excited for Brawl, and I was interested even in like the new control schemes. I gave them like a fair shake with like the nunchuck Wiimote thing, and it's just like it didn't really work as well as I hoped it did. And then it turned out that like Nintendo didn't have any interest in the competitive scene, which is a thing that would continue to like fester for the next decade or so. And then I guess I got out early.
Okay. Several different small thoughts.
Sure.
One, isn't that like across multiple titles though?
That's fair. But
yeah.
I guess what I would say is like it wasn't a live service game that like, was like literally melted in my hands. That's probably true. I, re-upped the following year as opposed because I know you're like a freemium player of like Hearthstone. It is a little different.
Little thought number two. Man, God, they really missed a trick though with Smash, because I'm old enough to remember when like you could walk into a dorm in any given college in this fucking and be like, "Hey, everybody, what are you doing?" And there's a good chance that like 6 out of 10 dorm rooms would shout back Melee, and then 3 out of 10 would shout back ruining my computer with Kazaa. But like
honestly,
go ahead.
I do think that Nintendo missed out on capitalizing on the popularity of Melee when it was in its heyday. But also, I have to admit, it may have been the better business decision. Like, it really sucks because there was a lot of passion behind the people that were playing to the point where they would make tournaments in open defiance of like Nintendo's wishes for like 2 decades or so. But like, I don't know, like if I think about if I'm someone in Nintendo, or even just Nintendo of America, and I'm seeing what's happening with like college students, the one thing that I know about college students from a business perspective is that they're broke. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we suddenly found out that teenage girls love Smash Bros. You know what I mean? Or we suddenly found out that men 18 to 49 really love playing Smash Bros on the weekends. That's not what happened, and like there's definitely more fascination beyond like the college demographic, but like I get why Nintendo did what they did. It just sucks.
With the whole like the switch to now supporting GameCube titles on their like Nintendo Switch Online plus Ultimate Galaxy or level, whatever the fuck they call it. Like have they the fact that they're now offering GameCube controllers, it's a matter of time, right, until like Melee gets added to that.
Maybe so, but also I think it's going to be a really interesting fight. Because the tournament standard, for example, for Smash Bros, or at least Melee, is something between like original hardware GameCubes and Slippy, like the like netcode enabled emulated version of Smash optimized for competitive play. And so I'm interested if even if they have like an enthusiast like crowd that picks up Melee on the GameCube emulated on the Switch too. But if for any reason at all, that Slippy or like original hardware GameCube turns out to work better and they already have it, I wonder how Nintendo will respond.
Oh, with a sledgehammer.
Right, but like how? You know what I mean? Like they're gonna do like cease and desists on like YouTube on like they're gonna do copyright strikes on YouTube, they'll do cease and desist, they'll do the old playbook stuff. I'm not convinced that will be enough. And I wonder what they would do if they needed something more.
Man, I guess like they could, because cease and desist is always like, look, if you don't stop, we're going to sue you.
Right.
I suppose they could just move straight to suing people.
Right.
Or they could, since these things are like distributed across state lines, like go ahead and like engage federal cybercrimes divisions on people who do stuff like patch, Melee and things like that. Like, all right, but like, how do you? Because like Slippy, that's not.
It's not illegal. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't know. I don't know what they would do there.
Right, and that's what I mean. Like, I want to see if they start creating like new legal jargon, or if they do something between like like corporate bully tactics mixed in with like bleeding edge legal like trickery to create a new precedent around like emulated games. And then what happens next? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a powder keg. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if it is, but if like, I think it might be, man.
There is also like a fine line that they have to walk between punishing people who they think are doing wrong and maintaining goodwill in their gaming communities.
Mm-hmm.
And that's already tipping against them, like currently. So I think if they did do something big like that, it would be like not like socially, but like from a marketing perspective, like absolutely terrible for their brand identity. Especially
like, goodwill's like one of the most valuable things they have. Like it's like IP and then like goodwill, I think.
One of the things that Nintendo has, which is like the greatest currency it has, is that this attitude that so many people who purchase their stuff have, where they're like, "Yay, Nintendo is my friend."
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo's not your friend.
Yeah, Nintendo is not your friend.
Brands are not your friends, you know?
First of all, welcome to Impossible Coin. Brands are not your friends.
Yeah.
There have been, and sometimes that lesson is hard. Is learned hard on that show. I think I was the first one to start just shouting it every week on the show, and even I have had to like, eat shit.
Yeah, you got got by cool dad Phil Spencer, who's no longer our cool dad.
Phil Spencer, man.
Fuck him, feed him beans. I'll fight him in a knife fight.
I kind of feel bad. I debated whether or not I wanted to get in your face about it at the time, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let this one go. I'm just gonna see what happens.
The more generous move, I think, because
I think that Rocky knows that I'm capable of introspection.
Brian is capable of introspection, that's for sure.
Yeah. So just, oh, goddamn.
He was doing a lot of stuff right, to be fair. I understand the way that you felt at the time. And so, like, that was also one of the reasons that I didn't get in your face about it. Another is that I also wanted to believe, not that, like, brands could be your friends, but that Phil Spencer was on the right side of history. And, like, honestly, I still think it's complicated. It just wasn't enough.
The thing that makes me feel the dumbest now about it.
Okay.
Is when Phil Spencer would once a year sit down at E3 at the Giant Bomb After Dark thing.
Mm-hmm.
When it would just be him and Jeff Gerstmann. I'm like, why did this never occur to me that what this actually is Richard Nixon sitting down with David Frost? That this was like Nixon being like, "Oh, I'm gonna clear my reputation. I'm gonna show that I'm okay." And Frost is like, "I'm gonna get you." Like how did I never piece together the adversarial nature of those interviews? Like, how did I not get that was Frost Nixon? Like, I just
you live and learn, man.
Yeah, like just. I did. Like fucking Gershman was in there with the low kick drills. Like, I'm gonna get you, Phil Spencer. and Phil Spencer would show up like, "Hey guys, I'm wearing a Conker's Bad Fur Day T-shirt. I wonder what it means." Like, oh, damn it. Hey guys, I said fuck. Aren't I relatable?
This is good. This is healthy.
God damn it.
Oh, man.
Good thing I wore this Men's Warehouse jacket over a t-shirt.
Dog, he stayed doing that, too. They had people making YouTube videos like, oh, yeah, when he was on his Zoom call, there was a Nintendo Switch in the background. What was that about?
Oh, my God.
Doesn't he know he works for Microsoft?
Oh, my God. Just... Or when he would just say things like, "Hey everybody, I love my PlayStation." Like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
Yeah, man. Oh man.
First of all, it's a fucking PlayStation. Like, I don't sit here and go like, "Man, I fucking love my toaster." Like, just like.
Some people do love their toasters, but like,
I need a new toaster. If you have a toaster recommendation for me, drop in the comments.
I also need a new toaster, so please hit us.
Okay, no, hold on. We've done this before, and last time we did it, I have a chair that I'm extremely happy with. So let's try that again. Hey guys, what do you need in a toaster?
I need something that can do 4 pieces of toast.
Okay.
And allows me to turn off half the burners so I can do bagels.
Okay, does it have to be explicitly half, or would it be better if it was fully modular?
I mean, if I think it's just easier if it's half. Like if there's a button I can click that says a bagel is in here,
okay,
and it only lights up the elements where the bagel part will be toasted, and not so that all of the seeds on top of the bagels are burnt off. You know?
Sure. Yeah.
Like that's desirable.
Ease of use. Understood.
Mm-hmm. It also has to be rather small, because my countertops are small. Because my house is from the 60s.
Okay, but like, you mean like small toaster size, or like, just smaller than a toaster oven? What are we talking?
Like smaller than a toaster oven.
Okay.
It should be smaller than a microwave,
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Brian?
I'd like to go ahead and add features for being able, like, I want to be able to tell my toaster whether or not the thing that I'm sticking into it is frozen or not, or like if I'm going to be defrosting.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, like, because like, man, look, I do not want to, like, because I can tell you what, there's some, I want food in a pinch. I keep up. Look, I'm ashamed, but there's a box of Hot Pockets.
There's nothing wrong with a Hot Pocket.
Hot Pockets are cool, dude. They're mini calzones. It's fine.
And like, it just feels dumb to like start the Hot Pocket in the toaster and then like finish it in the microwave.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's also not energy efficient, so that makes sense.
It's definitely not energy efficient, but you don't want to do the whole thing in the microwave because then it's just like
that's soggy on the outside.
Right. But like a good and proper toaster that where I say like, look, the thing I'm putting inside of you is frozen. And where it like will reduce the number of elements after it's toasted the exterior, so that way it can do a longer cook without burning the outside. And I know that there are good toasters out there with like frozen buttons on them. So like, I want a toaster with a frozen button.
I don't need a frozen button.
All right, okay, so hold on, Brian. Are you talking about a toaster oven? I just want to make sure.
Nah, dog. Like there are plenty of toasters that have a frozen.
The handle's frozen? What a time to be alive!
Yeah.
Okay.
I also want the bagel button because I'm a big bagel and toaster person. Like, so I definitely agree on that. Also, like, depending on like the type of bread that you're toasting, like the density of the bread can really impact like your cook times. Like,
sure,
yeah, like you're gonna have a different cook time on like say wheat than you would like a sourdough. Like,
of course,
yeah, like don't just give me a fucking numbered knob. Like, whatever. Like I don't know, man. A sourdough, a 4. Like I'm no magician. Just give me buttons that tell me what to do.
I'm interested. I'm looking at something. I'm just gonna throw this in here, but you guys keep talking. This is great.
Oh man,
I'm learning a lot about toasters, I think.
I'll take a numbered knob. I'm not that fancy.
Sometimes
I get what I call fancy bread, which is just, I don't know what kind of bread it is, but it's like got flour on top, you know? And like I'll toast that up sometimes, but like I don't know what kind of bread it is. Don't ask me. It's shaped different than regular bread. That's what I know about it.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. 6 browning settings.
Yeah, this one has 6 different browning settings. It's 4 toaster slots. And it looks like they have separate, like,
yeah, look at that.
Like, controls for, like, each pair.
Yep. Independent pair control is important.
Oh, son of a bitch. Are you kidding me?
Hmm.
I gotta see if I can find this actual, like, toaster. Because this is just, like, a quick start guide. But that's not what I'm looking for. I need to actually see if this toaster is for sale. That, for anyone that's interested, I'm looking at a Longdeem T7405A retro 4-slice toaster.
This
also,
toaster looks.
The catch tray should not be a huge hassle.
This toaster looks way more expensive than my current toaster, which I think I got for $5.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, but I got it for $5, like while I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
My current toaster doesn't even have a proper catch tray. Like, I'm just supposed to like open a door on the bottom of the toaster, and I guess I do it over a bag or something.
Oh, I just do it. I pick it up and I put it directly over the trash can.
Okay.
Give me a tray. So
this is a weird situation. Apparently, the Longdeem store doesn't seem to. Oh no, it's not this one. Okay, it's this one toaster. Okay, the particular toaster I was looking at on its Amazon link doesn't seem to be present. Apparently, on Wayfair, it's listed for like $60.
That's so much money for a toaster.
Yeah.
Well, I guess like, okay, then you got to girl math it. Cost per use, right? If you make 4 slices of toast every day for a year, how much is that?
Oh, a lot less. Okay, watch. I'll do it real quick. Let me, I'm going to do a calculator right here, right?
Because once it gets to free, then it's a good deal, you know?
Okay. Well, I guess like it's eventually going to get to free, but
but how fast does it get to free?
Okay, so I'm looking at $63, right? $63, and we're gonna divide it by 365, which is already 17 cents a day if you use it every single day.
Oh, yeah.
And if we divide that by 4 slices of toast, it's actually 4 cents per slice of toast.
Oh, that's a great deal then.
The interesting question is, because the device seems to have a 1-year warranty, so it looks like, it will, like, if you use it for that year, it's 4 cents per slice of toast, which is a great deal. Although you may have to pay Wayfair for it. It's this guy's right here. But the weird thing is that when I looked for it on Amazon, it looks like they don't sell this particular 4-slice toaster anymore. It's all the entries for it are listed as currently unavailable. They have a 2-slice version, which costs more, if you can believe that. Apparently, their 2-slice toaster is currently priced on Amazon for $110.
That's so much money.
Right.
What? Okay, I think anything. Okay, this is anything over $80 for a toaster is too much money for a toaster.
I hear that.
Like, what is it doing? Is it balancing my checkbook at the same time? Like, what's up?
The same 2-slice toaster on Wayfair is available for $41, but it's on a 72-hour clear out. Sorry, Brian, I didn't mean to speak over you.
Is the $110 toaster? Does it talk to my phone?
Let me find out. That is a good question.
Great question. I don't want my toaster to talk to my phone.
Okay. Let me see. Precision toasting technology, expensive 2-slice capacity. Toast morning made easy. What do you mean? It's just a lever. Okay. Effortless cleanup, committed to your satisfaction. This one comes with a 2-year assurance and lifetime customer support, but that's not what I asked you. I'm asking you, do you want to be friends with my phone? The answer better be no. How to empty the crumbs, what are the dimensions, additional information, technical details.
You need Wi-Fi to work?
There's wattage, there's voltage, there's no auto shut off. There's 6 speeds, there's a noise level. Noise level is key. That's really interesting that they have that here.
There is an auto shut off. You just pull it out of the wall.
Well, that's still manual. You have to do it with your hands.
Well, yeah, but, it will automatically shut off your toaster. No more juice in the toaster. Don't work anymore.
Okay. No. It looks like there is no smartphone technology listed on their page.
It's a $100 toaster that doesn't even want to talk to your phone.
Okay, hold on. This one is a $100 toaster, and it looks similar. It has a defrost signal, but Tegan, you're gonna love this color green. It's still too much money, but here you go.
Oh, that is a cute green. God damn it.
G. I'm so good at this. No, I'm not, but it's okay.
I mean, you are. That's cute. But it's also $100. Why is the red one $102?
Yeah, right.
Why?
I found a different one. It's on Wayfair. It's not made by the same people. It seems to have similar functions, but it's $44.
Oh, this is cute. Look, it's blue. That seems way more reasonable.
Okay, Brian, I know I'm zooming a little bit, so I'm going to stop here. Do you have any thoughts about these toasters?
That's a lovely shade.
We're a podcast about toasters now.
Why not? Hey, the show is about us, right?
Yeah, that's
and what's
true.
Going on with us. Whatever we talk about is what we're talking about. That was the deal.
It's true.
Again, I'm very happy with this chair. I paid $300 for it for sure, right? Like I didn't get it out of a garage sale or anything, but they might have to bury me with this chair. I think it might actually last that long. And it moves every way that I asked it to. I don't have a footrest on it, but also the way this thing is so modular, I could just put a footrest on it when I need it.
Okay, that's cool.
It's it's easy to clean. It's everything is fucking adjustable. It's so good. I love this thing.
Love to hear it. We love to hear it. Man, oh man. I'm looking at this toaster, this shade of green.
Yeah, right?
It's a very enticing shade of green.
I just have a typewriter this color.
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
The green toaster that we're talking about is the Rotermond 4-slice toaster, retro stainless. It has a bagel defrost, cancel function, 6 browning settings, and extra wide slot. I feel like the extra wide slot 6 browning settings is starting to become like industry standard, and good for them, honestly.
I think it's because of everybody making their own bread.
You know what? I fuck with it.
They're using a different size pan than like mass produced bread, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is all very encouraging.
I'm here to help.
Oh, Rocky, what's going on with you, man?
Okay, hold on. I'm just like walking back. It's been 2 weeks since we last did this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I started getting back into Shorzy, and that's been fun. I have shared the first 2 seasons with Tegan, basically in the Impossible Coin. There were a few more people for the first season, and less people for the second season, but that's okay because I don't swear by the second season. But like, I will go to battle for the 3rd season of Shorzy. That one's great. So I want to make sure that people get to experience that. But I was sincerely surprised that Tegan like found things to like about it, because I thought Teags was going to bounce off of it entirely, and that was just going to be a thing.
I think it really helped that I was disassociating so hard for the first part of the first season that I snapped in at a joke and I was then on board.
Okay.
Oh my god, I was suffering in a Splatoon lobby.
Yeah.
I was having a bad time. I was just like, well, this is my life now, I guess. Oh, Rocky's gonna watch a thing? All right, whatever this is.
But yeah, like I've been having fun revisiting Shorzy and those clowns. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a very good show. I'm glad that the people at Crave Canada stuck with the Letterkenny team and let them like take a shot on this project with the spinoff. I think Letterkenny's done, right? Like there's no more Letterkenny that's happening.
It's over.
Yeah. And so like now they're just kind of all in on Shorzy, and like there's like Shorzy seems like a show that would just be kind of this like thing that they would shit out. And like it kind of looks like that at first, but it's like there's a lot of love in it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like attention to detail. There's like the writing that made me that connected me so deeply with Letterkenny is still present in Shorzy. I think there are some bits that they lean on pretty heavily, but I maintain that they're pretty good bits. But like, you know, if people want to see like a new and fresh joke every week, that may not happen. But like the times are good with Shorzy. That's for sure.
I wonder, do you think there will be another Letterkenny spinoff, or do you think that it will be a spinoff from Shorzy? Like what do you think is the roadmap for this rural Canadian universe?
Personally, I think there's a lot of ways to go. I think we could lean into the Quebecers at this point, and that could be a whole thing.
I would love that.
We could also have like the skids from Letterkenny basically like full-time set up in like the city, and it's just like Stuart, Rolled, and like Gay, and like whoever else they pull along with them, and that could be fun. I could see a native led show that's either a spinoff of Shorzy or like referencing some of the characters that existed in the Letterkenny verse. Like I'd watch a show about Tannis. Like I'd love to have her back. I think that could be really cool. I think they have a lot of moves personally. I don't know what the most obvious one is at the moment. But I think there's a lot of opportunity. Even just like following like members of like Shorty's like family. You know, like you know, this like hodgepodge like foster family that like really like honors the roots of community that they have, and they just pick one of them and just follow them around for a year. Let's see what happens.
Okay. You know, I realize that this may hit too close to original, you know, Shorzy core characters. But
okay,
maybe what we do is we take these characters and we move them somewhere else. But I am I am all in on the McMurray and Mrs. McMurray show.
That could be fun, actually. Yeah. That could be a lot of fun. And like, I guess like, like having like the Murray like the McMurray show, right? But like instead of it being like standard sitcom, it's like reality parody. I think that's a thing that this team could handle very well. You know, like they do like Real Housewives or something, but it's like the McMurrays at the center of it.
There were things that like the way that we came to understand the dynamic of that marriage over the course of Kenny.
True.
That if they centered those characters at the middle of a sitcom, I think would blow people's fucking minds. Because like,
I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, because like Letterkenny is just like, okay, like here are these two fuckers this week, and like you would kind of like have 4 weeks to reckon your thoughts on the last time you.
Yeah.
But like, goddamn, like you're just like, you're like, wait a minute, they're happy, they love each other.
True.
Oh, okay, all right, I'll take a memo. Yeah, they're wild. Do you somehow include Bonnie McMurray so that way you can do the joke?
I think Bonnie has to be there.
Yeah, Bonnie McMurray.
Yeah, true. I would also like Bonnie McMurray. Let's say Bonnie McMurray, like, because I know she is like college aged, but like maybe she is like, you know, out of the house. Maybe she moved to the city. Maybe she's doing her own thing, and she's instead of being like a series regular, she's like a regular guest.
Yeah. With the whole bit, since we had so many years of Shorzy on Letterkenny where we never saw his face.
Yeah.
Because like it's like, oh man, he's voiced by Jared Kiso. Like how do we? I want the bit where at some point on Shorzy, Wayne shows up, but we never see Wayne's face.
That would be really interesting. Or even if like they end up playing a game. Well, like it's maybe they don't play a game in Letterkenny because the way that like Shorzy's story is going now, I could see Shorzy showing up in Letterkenny as a coach to like do like a camp or something in Letterkenny. And that could be fun having the crew there and then like Wayne just facing the wrong way.
I loved the way they wrote him out on Letterkenny.
I hear that.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like because there was they had never really had much in the way of narrative that for obvious reasons brought Wayne and Shorzy in proximity to each other.
Right.
And so to like have like the final bow for Shorzy on Letterkenny be like this story which was like Wayne centric, or like, oh well, I guess Wayne likes Shorzy, and now Shorzy leaves. Like that's a good bit, funny bit. But yeah, no, I was happy to breeze in the night that you were just like, yeah, let's just watch Shorzy, like because I'm always just like astounded at just how rapid fire that dialogue is. Like my God, like just pop, like oh man.
Honestly, like, it's like it's embedded to them somehow. Like that's like that. I feel like that's like their calling card. But I'm actually, I'm constantly taken aback of how well the camera work is, like in or how good the camera work is in Shorzy, especially when they choose like some of their bigger moments.
Yeah. No, it's fun to see something like that. Be like, yeah, we've got $8 and we're also vegan. It just really does. It serves to scold media, which is operating on a budget which is like hundreds of times the size, and just looks like dog shit. Just, oh man. it feels good that like my easiest points of reference when I'm trying to like describe the quality of writing on Letterkenny/Shorzy. Like, yeah, my easiest points of reference are like, say, I don't know, the TV program Cheers or the William Shakespeare play Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh man. Also, like, their comedy is really referential for sure, but like, I feel like their references like reveal like they're just like extremely cultured. Like that writer's room, like really has like a thumb on what's going on, just like generally in like all sorts of angles, and I think that's super cool. You know, like they really took advantage of it with Letterkenny, where like they would have like characters like kind of casually like reference rap lyrics or like talk about like European metal in the same breath when they're just supposed to be allegedly like kicks from like nowhere Canada. And I think I'm always astounded by it. I'm always surprised like of like like even like just the sonic profile of like these shows that like they bring these tracks that like are key to like the vibe that they're cultivating, but it's just like, where did you hear this track, guys? You know what I mean? Like, damn son, where'd you find this?
Using Squirrely Dan as a character to routinely discuss third wave feminism.
True. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I love Squirrely Dan.
Just like so many different ways that like, oh man, god damn it, the show's good. Like an episode of Letterkenny which will like forever be like very personal to me is from the 5th season. Oh god, so like there's so many different like weird characters that just show up once or so much. But
sure.
So Tegan, in the 5th season, there's this guy who shows up in town called Hard Right J.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
I think Teague saw like a clip because I showed her the like it was like a compilation of like the Shamrockettes, like Marianne and Betty Ann like chirping at each other.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Hard Right J was in one of the clips.
Yeah. This character Hard Right J is very much just like this interloper, this carpetbagger, who shows up in town and be like, "Oh, you're changing the name of like a local hockey team so that way it's no longer offensive to the indigenous community. Well, I'm gonna like just cause some shit." And this whole episode is about like the entire town rising up against this fucking asshole and just like beating the shit out of him. And it is somebody from Charlottesville, Virginia, who like just watched like out of towners descend on his hometown and like cause tragedy. Like there's a real catharsis to that episode where like you're just like, oh man, fuck yeah, like the Hard Right Jays of the world just absolutely need their shit kicked in.
True.
Yeah, and like it feels so good. It feels so good.
Man, that could be nice. I'd like it if more of that happened.
Yeah,
I think.
Same. But yeah, watched Shorzy season 1 and 2 over the past couple of weeks. I think I might do 3 this week, but I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll give it another week because I do want to do other things, but we'll see what happens if the schedule allows.
We're probably gonna do a Peak day.
Oh, true. Hell yeah. Peak is yeah, that's right. They added cannibalism to Peak.
Yeah, they added cannibalism and also a new biome. A mesa biome is coming.
Is it 5 or is it like rolling out one of the other 4?
It's so it and the alpine biome will switch.
Okay.
But for the first week, it's going to be all mesa, baby.
For sure. Let's get it.
But still no controller support, right?
What? No, dude, I've been playing Peak on controller this whole time.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah. Yeah, Rocky's been playing Peak on the controller the entire time. I think he told you that when we were first talking about Peak.
Okay, am I stupid?
Oh, Dog, I just work here. You may not have heard me. Sometimes it happens. I get it.
Yeah, but... it's okay.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah, Rocky plays on controller, and I play with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Because the controller's too big for my tiny, tiny baby hands.
Rocky, did you have to do any fiddling?
No, it picked up buttons and everything, man.
Oh, no.
What do you mean, oh, no? Isn't that a good thing?
Well, no, this is a good thing.
But, like, he's lamenting the time that he could have spent playing Peak.
Oh, gotcha.
It doesn't have full controller support. Like, it's on Steam. It's listed as partial controller support for both of those. That I'm not 100% sure on. But, like, again, I've been playing with my controller just fine.
Oh, man. Like, I had... All right, I'm going to have to go, like, put some attention into, like, reading about, like, deck installs.
For sure.
Because I had heard it was, like, really fiddly on deck.
That might be true. I don't know for sure. It says it's partial, so still.
Oh. While we're in the general neighborhood of television, can I complain about a TV show?
Sure, yeah. Man.
I'd like to complain about Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I love Star Trek is that it is always been like very both like optimistic and progressive and forward looking, while at the same time telling these like compelling character driven stories. And right now, Strange New Worlds is doing neither of those things.
Boring.
It's the one.
Yes, they're trying to get bought or merge or whatever.
Yeah, like there's very much like watching Star Trek like back off of its baked in progressivism is so sad.
Yeah.
And it was like this way like last season on Strange New Worlds too, because like Paramount has been in trouble for a while. So we just like when it returned, it's like, oh, okay, we're still doing that. Another thing that like bothers me is that like it's kind of reached this point on the show where all Star Trek does at this point is talk about Star Trek, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Once you have a big enough catalog, like people feel like they can skate on that. I hear you.
Yeah, and it's just like it becomes this like self-consuming Ouroboros where like part of what makes like anything interesting is like the like its view on the world and the things that it like influenced it. But now Strange New Worlds is in this position where it's like, okay, there are over 900 individual episodes of Star Trek and the movies, and so it thinks that it can get by on just making people go like, oh, this is about that. That one time that the thing happened on Star Trek. I'm like, I don't want to live on fan service. Like I'm like if every moment is fan service, it just doesn't feel good. And even in the moments where they just kind of barely duck out of making Star Trek like fan service gags, there's still just like broader nerd fan service gags. Like there was an episode where like Captain Pike and the Doctor had to go to a planet because they were like looking for a special plant to help somebody on the crew, and the name of the planet was Kenfori. All one word, Kenfori. And I'm like, Kenfori, huh? Like, because Ken Space Fori is the name of the actor who was the lead in Dawn of the Dead. I wonder, are they really gonna... They land on the planet literally full of fucking zombies.
Okay, fine.
Like, oh, no. Oh. Like, how lame is that? To be like, we're gonna go to Zombie Planet, which is thankfully something I had never before now. And it's the name of Zombie Planet is the name of the actor who was the lead on it. They did an episode earlier this season where they validated a long held fan theory and made it canon.
Mm-hmm.
There was an alien that was featured in the original series called Trelane, and for years people have been like, "Oh, Trelane is a member of the Q continuum." And then they had this episode where they're like, "Yeah, Q is Trelane's dad." Oh God, just stop. We don't need this. Like, give us original stories. Like, give us original, optimistic, forward-looking stories, and like build these characters. Like, I'm tired of Star Trek, being beholden to its past, which is a really weird thing to say, but like, but now that this show is like pushing, I guess pushing 60 years old, there is so much history that it seems like Star Trek as a franchise is reticent to look forward. Like it doesn't particularly want to like tell stories about like new spaces and new characters or new periods of the history of the galaxy. It's like, yes, let's center everything around the 23rd, 4th century, and in the general proximity of characters that you already know. And it feels goofy. I know it's like the same problem a lot of other franchises, like why in the world does everything have to do with the Skywalker family and Star Wars and such? But it just, for something that is such a baked in part of like my own personal history, it just feels bad to like feel it stripped mind of its identity to turn it into the samey IP garbage that exists everywhere now. Like, a politically neutral memory factory.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which is wild because like South Park came out with their first episode and they were just like, fuck everything, actually. Haha, get got, like the whole time. So it is possible, you know?
Actually, that reminds me. There's something that I've been reluctant to touch in the past couple of weeks. It just recently became available, but oh God, I can't remember his name right now, but the new King of the Hill season has been made available on Hulu, and they've been really Mike Judge. There we go. Mike Judge gave some interviews leading up to it, saying he was really optimistic about like the partnership that they have with Hulu, especially coming after the success of Common Side Effects, which happened this past year. And me and my wife watched Common Side Effects, and it was really cool. It was largely adult animation that didn't suck. You know what I mean? Like, there's like a lot of adult animation that like focuses like almost exclusively on like crude humor or like shock value stuff that they're not actually saying anything. They're not telling stories really. And like Common Side Effects seem to be both talking about the world that we live in, and like talk about, you know, imagining a better world and like navigating those pitfalls. I think like there was a through line plot all the way through, and I think they did a really good job. And then shortly after that wrapped up, they announced that King of the Hill season 2 was coming out, which was going to be, or not season 2, like the new season, which I think would be season 5. I have to check how many there actually are. And they were talking about how they were optimistic about Hulu being a home for adult animation. They pointed to like the resurgence of Futurama, which is still happening. And I watched a couple episodes of Futurama recently, and honestly, it wasn't anything to write home about. It seemed fine. Like, it was definitely talking about current-ish stuff, but it wasn't saying anything interesting about them. And I'm worried that, like, King of the Hill is going to fall into the same traps. Because, like, you know, the King of the Hill family, whose name, oh my God.
The Hills.
The Hills. Thank you, Tegan. The Hills are like a conservative family in like East Texas. So like they're not going to be really progressive, but are you know, apparently there have been shifts in the family. Like Hank is retired. I think Bobby is now a sushi chef at a restaurant in the town that's like dating like an MB, like girl with a side shave, and I'm like, this seems like a thing to like get Dallas really riled up. But I mean, what does it have to say to us? What are they really talking about here? And I've been putting it off because I watched like the launch trailer and I wasn't super excited about it. But I feel like I got to see what's going on. But at the same time, I'm not ready to be disappointed in that way, I think.
I watched one episode of it.
Okay.
And I came away with but I didn't find myself like in a rush to like dip back in. Like
sure.
In the first episode, there were some notes because like I think the thing about King of the Hill, like in its initial run, that was so good was that like Hank Hill wasn't necessarily like I want to say like strongly conservatively coded.
Sure.
He just seemed to be this guy who just wanted to fucking sell propane and be left alone.
Right.
And like, we've reached a point now where everything like we've so commodified identity now that like as a culture we're like shrieking at Hank Hill, pick a side, Hank Hill. It's like, man, Hank Hill just wanted to take care of his family, drink a beer in the alley, and be left alone. And like that's too much now. Like we refuse to leave people alone. And so like the first episode was like very much just like this. The plot of the like part of the premise of it is Hank and Peggy have been abroad living in Saudi Arabia for like some time, and they were renting out their home to a character played by Keith David.
Sure.
Yeah. And so when they return to the States, they're kind of like taken aback by like some changes to like the culture of Texas. They're like, oh, Texas is like this now. And like the way they position it is like very much just shock at so much of the change, and you keep on waiting for like some shoe to drop, which is like, oh, which way is it going to swing? Like, is Hank going to be like, well, I've decided I'm a member of the Democratic Socialist of Ireland? It's like, and like, but he's also not going to be a guy who's like, well, I brought this ladder to climb into the Capitol. That's not who Hank.
Right.
And like, there's a moment in the first episode of the season that drove the internet wild, and I was really surprised. Just one moment drove the internet insane because I'm like, man, this really just shows how hostile we've become as a culture. It's Hank Hill, and he's outside of the Megalo Mart, and there's Girl Scouts there selling cookies, and you see him reach kind of like an inner peace with how little has changed with how Girl Scout cookies are sold.
Sure.
Like he loves the fact that they're still $5 a box, and he like rattles off the names of the flavors he wants, and he gets to Samoa, and the Girl Scout says, "Oh, we call them Caramel Delights because that name isn't offensive to people." And then he's holding the box and he looks and he goes, well, that seems like a good change. And that moment has driven people up the fucking wall. Like how dare Hank Hill say that like Samoa is now being called Caramel Delights is good. And like people are like, oh, Hank Hill's gone woke because Hank Hill didn't get angry at the Megalo Mart.
Those people didn't watch King of the Hill. I think that's fine, you know?
Right. And like, and people are like, well, why didn't Hank Hill get angry at the like, no, man, like, this is a dude who just wants to be fucking left alone. Yeah. And honestly, I'm sitting here talking myself into going back and just watching the rest of the season because, like, that's something I miss. I hear that. Yeah, I miss being able to just be like, fuck it, man, I'm just gonna be over here. Like, I can't do that no more. Like, we have to have a take on everything. Like, I could give a shit if Sydney Sweeney is wearing those jeans. But, like, I have to have a perspective on it. Man. Oh, to be Hank Hill.
I do think that people can still kind of fuck off and be left alone. It is more complicated to do that and have a semblance of a public life, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I can accept that much. But, like, I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of ways to disappear that, like, didn't exist in the past, in the same way that there are so many more ways to be seen.
It's tough, like, especially in a world which is like legitimately full of things which are the worst thing in the world, but are at the same time surrounded by like a culture which is designed to like manufacture rage and bullshit. Like there are so many times where I will send a message to the Impossible Coin chat where I'll be like, "Hey guys, did you see this like hot? There's a dachshund playing a kazoo, and a guy is just singing a racist song over it. I hate that. Why is all of I seeing on the internet, dachshunds playing kazoos and guys singing?" And Tegan will be like,
because it's like, actually. Hold on, that reminds me of something. I get that one. I think I understand the punchline on that one, but I do want to tell you about this thing that happened with my friend Zooks that makes me laugh whenever I think about things that are related to this. There was a day when I still lived in my hometown, and I was hanging out with Zooks one day, and I was talking about Instagram because I was at the time chatting with my future wife on it, because that's where she hangs out on the internet. And Zooks looks at me and he tells me, "Yeah, I can't mess with Instagram, man. For some reason, all I get are Korean baseball girls. I don't know what that is." And then I had to sit there and be like, "Dog, like, I don't get Korean baseball girls, man. It might just be the algorithm, man." It was like, "Yeah, but the algorithm, like, what is that?" Like, and I watched him take out his phone and he like opened reels, and the first reel was a Korean girl in a baseball uniform for some reason. And then he likes it and scrolls past. And I'm like,
"Hello?
Zooks,
yep.
Dog, this is your algorithm. You built it brick by brick, bro." And it was just
if you don't want to see the Korean baseball girls, stop liking their reels.
Stop liking the reels, man. Like, it's so goofy to me. And like, it's not 1-to-1. It doesn't always happen, but I think about that all the time. Like, I watched him do it in real time. Like, where he was complaining about it, he pulled out his phone, looked at the reel, liked it, scrolled on, like he didn't do it. Like, I don't know what that was.
I also understand that, like, part of what it does is, like, I know that it's, like, the thing that drives engagement with platform is feeding shit to people that will make them angry.
Right.
And so, there's kind of, like, an opposite to Zooks and the Korean baseball girls, which is that if it has a good enough picture of you, it can be like, you know what will really piss off this guy is if we send him videos of dachshunds playing kazoos while people sing racist songs.
Right.
Because he'll pause, he'll never press the heart button, but he'll be filled with rage and he'll pause.
Mm-hmm. He'll show up in the comments, he'll yell a couple things, he'll share it with some people, and maybe they yell some things. This is good for business. Yeah.
Social media platforms hate me. If I see something I don't like, I block it, and then I move on with my life.
Yeah, right.
I don't show up in the comments. I don't hang out. I don't engage. I just go, block, next.
Oh, man.
I don't care. I don't have time for that shit.
I have found increasingly less time for shit like that, actually.
I haven't had time for that shit for years. I do not care.
When I see the TikTok video of the guy sitting there with a deadly serious face going like, "Here I am refilling all of my Uncle Ben's rice boxes." Like, I refuse to let them go.
Brian, leave that man alone!
I mean, weird hill to die on, but at least you're dead. Block, next.
Yeah,
you
right?
know? Like, whatever. Weird hill to die on. I guess you're dead. Bye. I'm not interested in that fight. I'm not interested in so many fights. I pick my battles very carefully, and only battles that I think are going to be fun. You know?
I hear that.
Along comes me, who has to show up in the comments with like, "I hope you get sepsis."
No!
Actually, there's a really good Letterkenny quote where it's like, if you ever been in a real fight, you'd be keen to not be in another one.
Put some of those fights back. Put them down. You can't have that many fights.
Oh, this is a good point. These are valid points.
We're here to help.
Valid, strong points. There's also the problem with the algorithm of, let's say you like a video of someone putting a single scoop of ice cream into a bowl.
Okay.
Right? Then what TikTok or Reels thinks is like, oh, if you like one scoop going into the bowl, then you're going to love the shit out of 3 scoops going into the bowl. Like, well, maybe I won't.
If the presentation is good enough, yeah, probably. But if not, I'm just gonna move.
You also have tools to course correct. Like, I mean, yeah, maybe you did like the one with the single scoop, but like when the second one shows up and you don't feel as good about it, you can be like, that's weird, and scroll past it. And if it still shows the 3 scoop one, you can be like, wait a second, I'm not interested in this. And they make you dance for it a little bit, honestly, but just hit the not interested button and it'll nip that shit in the bud, dude. I promise you, dog.
Like, I know we've actually talked about this particular format of TikTok video in the past, which is woman making pottery.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say woman clacking her nails against the front of a very expensive car. And I was going to say, I think about them all the time. I hope they're having so much fun. And my favorite point is the stitches of people doing it against random ass other vehicle. Big red truck. Like, good for you, my guy. Big red truck. Thumbs up. Love that for you.
So my friend Lewis, he's like, I don't understand. He's like, how you were only getting like videos where the pottery being made was like actual pottery. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
I love people outing themselves over their algorithm. It's my favorite pastime. Tell me about the weird shit you saw. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't see the ones where they just make pottery?
And he's like, yeah. He's like, all these videos are like just like women wearing like no clothing except a pair of overalls, and they're just like they're sitting there in front of the wheel, and they just make these big like clay discs between their hips. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Sir, I didn't need to know you were that horny, sir.
That's so good. That's so funny.
Because I just think about like the fucking thing I watch, which is just like very simple, tasteful video of like this making a fucking vase.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, that's the look. There's a pretty lady making a vase.
Good for her. Look at that. Right. Look at that well-crafted vase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How lovely.
And so like, and I sent him one as an example. Like this is the pottery TikTok I've experienced.
Right.
After I sent him that video, I then got the horrible nightmare fucking clay dicks.
Yeah, because it's like, God. Dude, yeah, you're friends with the clay dick guy. Dude, I got you, man.
Yep.
Oh, man.
They're like, I know what you want to see. And it's like, no, I do not. And they're like, oh, so sorry.
Like, I get it. It's too much to ask. It would complicate your relationship. Dude, I got you. It's okay. I'm the algorithm. And it's like, dude, no. Stop.
I started watching those, like, I want to call them ancient Chinese thirst traps, you know?
For sure. Let's do it. Why not? Okay.
I was watching them, right, for costuming. Specifically for costuming. And then it started showing me other thirst traps. I'm like, nope, not any of this, actually. My ass is asexual. And then it's like, oh, our bad. And then it was like, other historical costuming? And I was like, that's the shit. Give me that.
You can't let them just run around, dude. You gotta tell them that this isn't okay. You have to enforce your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
It's so like the idea of people being multidimensional confuses the shit out of algorithms. Like because like I will watch videos where it's like, okay, this person is making a giant video of their con costume where like it's so fucking big you cannot see the person inside. Okay. Let alone thirst over them.
Sure.
And it's like, look, they are a guardian from Breath of the Wild. It plays the. It does the.
I love the guardian costume.
Oh, I saw one of those today, actually.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. And like, and I watched like a whole series on like building a guardian costume and like how many people they needed as wranglers at conventions. And I'm like,
yeah.
And it's like, and the algorithm was like, aren't you here because you're horny? And I'm like,
no.
I am a garden of many flowers, fucker. Like, and you're like, oh, well, what does that mean? I'm like, I'm here because of the elaborate. Fuck, they make the parts spin, the arms move. Like, that's so fucking cool. They're like, but horny? I'm like, but no. Like, I am a garden of many flowers. I'm a garden of many flowers. And just, no.
My favorite part. No, go ahead. You finish. And then I'll say my thing.
You can only do one thing at a time. Like, the algorithm is like, we will figure out what one thing you are, beep boop. Like, grumble.
My favorite part of these conversations is when Brian really gets going and then his microphone goes, oh, that's a lot of background noise, actually, and just cuts out what he's saying.
Fair enough, yeah.
But I know what he's saying because I feel that in my soul.
Tired of robots trying to flatten us into a single definition of ourselves.
You got to fight about it. It's just what it is, man.
Is that
it could be less robots, but you know. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Have you checked out Ludocene yet, Brian? I was also
I did,
last, like 2 weeks,
and it made me angry in about 2 seconds.
I'm interested. Tell me more.
I just like I tried to do it on my phone.
Oh yeah,
mine also did not like my phone.
And I'm like, what does it want me to do? And I think it was supposed to be like, it's like, this is intuitive if you have used the app. And I'm like, what if I haven't? And I'm like, I have not. I'm like, I'm literally old enough that the last time I was on any kind of the market, these apps didn't exist.
I mean, that's true.
Like, and my only experience with this has been like, with swiping as a mechanic, have been with games that are like very, very straightforward with it and don't have any things like discard piles or so on. Like when I would play like Reigns,
Reigns was great.
Yeah, but there were no it was just like right or left, right or left, right. And that Tender. Was that the name of the
Tender Creature
Comforts.
Yeah, Tender Creature Comforts. Like neither one of these had like discard piles or anything else. Like it's like I load up Ludocene, which like first of all doesn't like my phone. And it's just like it doesn't understand like what swipe and whatever. And then it also wanted me to like intuit things about how the screen was being used in general in relation to assumed baked in dating site knowledge. And it was like, I'm like, I don't have this, and it hates my. Nope, goodbye. And so, like, I gave it about 5 seconds, and I was Audi 5000.
For sure, I don't think it's well tuned. Honestly,
is it worth tracking on a desktop? Like, is it on a desktop? Will it provide any more explanation of like how to interact with itself?
Only sorta. Honestly, I know like because like it's not app based at the moment. It's definitely browser based, and I don't think it's like thinking of like your screen as like the whole screen. It's like using it as a window, which like may mess with proportions, and like that's how like digitizers interact with it. Right. I've definitely seen that much. When I used it on a browser, it seemed okay. Like the click and drag was like a little sticky, but like it's definitely like unoptimized at the moment. But I started messing with it. I did a couple of like quote runs on it, and the recommendations seem solid. It seems responsive overall, but like I think its interface does need work. I think it's a big deal.
I will say, in the like in the expert section, right now there sure are a lot of white guys.
Yeah.
You know? Which I think is mostly just like how, like who they probably reached out to initially to be, you know, like people on here, but like it sure is a lot of white guys. And I wonder how that will influence like how the cards are drawn, sort of thing, you know?
Yeah. I'd like to see like more experts, because I know they've at least through like their social media, they've like been promoting like experts that they get a handle on, or like get signed on to the project. And personally, I haven't really been like excited about any of the experts that they brought on so far, but it might just be a little of that, honestly.
And is it just the Steam storefront that it's
no?
Okay.
They actually highlight like console, like, well, on the cards, like on an individual card, you'll have like, the game. You can click on it once, and then you get access to like the game's like most like a game trailer. All the ones that I've seen so far seem to have gameplay, so there is that. And then if you flip the card, while it's like in the main slot or whatever, you can see like the consoles that it's available on, the publisher, date of release, stuff like that.
While we're in the neighborhood of gaming storefronts,
sure.
MasterCard sure has been up to it over the last couple of weeks.
God. And Visa.
And Visa.
Don't
Stripe
let them
also.
Yeah, don't let them get out of here.
Yeah.
It's all of them.
It is a mess. And like it's a thing that's been bubbling for basically forever, but I'm glad that people are yelling about it, personally. I am not glad that Riot Games has decided to play enforcer for MasterCard, them being a big sponsor. Apparently they've recently agreed to moderate, or like not just moderate, but also like watchdog on their like chats for like esport events for people who are like who have negative sentiments toward MasterCard. And that's not going to be great in the coming months, but
Yeah.
I mean, but also like the calling seems to be doing something at least.
Yeah, they do not like that. Keep calling. No. Everyone, please.
It's great. I've called a couple times. It's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing like how significant and far-reaching the changes have been on itch has like, because again, this is one of those like, this is another one where I get to kick myself, where I was just like, yay, itch is a good place. Itch is, and shame on me. Just like, I'm like, no, look, itch is it's a capitalist enterprise like any other capitalist enterprise. And like, I just assumed that because of like the ratty outsider persona that like itch adopted, that like it was this ratty outsider thing. And when Visa MasterCard came calling, they're like, well, how about this? We treat anything with queer content like it's got hardcore sex in it and hide it from standards. And that's pretty fucked up.
It is.
Yeah.
I do want to say that it looks like they
super backtracked on that.
Yeah,
they re-indexed it.
Mm-hmm. And they've updated their policy since. They have been sufficiently yelled at about it for sure, but like they are course correcting. It looks like I do have to say at least that much.
We don't have to like give them flowers for it because they're doing the thing they should have been doing, but it is important to note when they are making changes.
Mm-hmm. I do want them like, oh, never mind. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to move on. What else are we talking about?
Didn't a horse die?
Yeah, Grass Wonder passed away.
Rip Grass Wonder.
Grass Wonder got so fat in retirement. What a great horse. What a great horse. He got so fat. So much grass. Ah, a joy.
Mm-hmm.
The internet has been making me very sad about it, though.
It is what it is.
They keep doing the thing where the VA who plays Grass Wonder in the game does the like, this is my favorite song about summer. Will you sing it with me? And I'm like, yeah, I will, Grass Wonder. Of course I'll sing it with you.
Good is definitely a whole thing.
God, it really is. Recently a bunch of Uma Musume cosplayers went to a live track.
Okay.
Bet on real horses.
Okay.
So, that's also happening.
There's a video that a friend of the show, Joe Spiro, sent me, I think this morning, or it might have been yesterday, where it was like, the popularity of like Balatro and Uma Musume has like inspired young men to be like, Grandpa, I finally get your hobbies, which is so goofy. Oh man.
What a time.
It's been fun, honestly. Man, I have so many games to play. And I have so many other things I gotta do. Thousand X Resist is still melting my mind. Demon School finally has a fucking date. September 3rd. Mark your calendars. Because I'll probably play that on stream. I don't think I'm taking the day off, but like I'm playing it on stream. I've been playing a bit of Armored Core, and that's been cool. I think I mentioned this already. Stop me if I have, but Twan sent me a like keyboard and mouse shmup called Star of Providence. I did mention that already. I think I invoked Zelda. Never mind. Let me shut up.
You
I've been
talk
playing
about the things you like. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't like looping. It's a whole thing. I've been playing more Splatoon. Actually, I've been trying to get better. I'm
How's that going?
S rank. It's okay. Like now that I'm actually paying attention to like what the meta is actually talking about, I think I can make more informed decisions about it, which is nice. Because I've mostly just kind of been vibing, and like that's been enough to like play, but it's not enough to like get better. And so I'm trying to get better. I almost have one full set live, and hopefully I can start working on my next one because I want to get like an actual Snipe Rider set. I think that'll be a good balance for me. I still refuse to use some of the meta dualies because I just don't like them. I don't like how they play, and I don't like their game plan, so I don't touch them.
Yeah, that's fair.
There are plenty of options, so that's nice. I started playing some Risk of Rain 2 with my cousin. I introduced my cousin to Risk of Rain. And also, we're apparently going to play Titanfall together soon at some point. So that'll be fun. We played This Game Will End on 205 clicks on stream this past week.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, Insert Disc 5 is just doing really good stuff. I was kind of excited for Truth Scrapper, but if this is something that they did like as like an in-between project, I'm very excited for Truth Scrapper. I think I might pick it up day one. Brian, Insert Disc 5 is the publisher or the house that made In Stars in Time, which is one of the games that Tegan and I were yelling about like year before last. It very much looks like it was built in RPG Maker, but it has like a really strong attention to like narrative and just like careful execution of like character development. And it was one of my favorite things that I played that year. And they're working on a new game called Truth Scrapper, which is a time loop amnesia game where when you wake up, there are two people that are trying to influence your actions the whole time, and you're not sure who to trust. And like the game is largely about like those relationships. And the latest thing that came out, which is a free browser capable game called This Game Will End in 205 clicks, that basically has you play as a Powerpuff Girl Powerpuff Girl queer coded villain. And you're basically doing like, you know, a visual, not quite a visual novel, because it's like pixel, and like there's like, it's like a adventure game, a very short adventure game, I think is what I'd call it. But like you don't really make decisions. It's more about like absorbing the narrative of this character who's like a villain who is only allowed to be a queer coded villain if they are a villain, and they can't just like be a person they very much would like to be. And like it's largely a lamentation for them is what I'd say. But it was a good time. It was very well executed, and it was, you know, incredibly short. I played it for 30 minutes on the dot, actually.
Insert disc 5.
Yeah, Insert Disc 5 is the company, the dev, and their works include In Stars in Time, This Game Will End in 205 Clicks, and the upcoming Truth Scrapper. I will provide a link to...
Well, is this a podcast?
Yeah.
I think we podcasted.
Huzzah!
Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out. This has been the Impossible Coin podcast. There's music at the beginning of the show. It's produced by our friend Big Sach. He has a flag planted on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Big Sach. And Jay and his band is set up on Bandcamp at betweenrooms@bandcamp.com. Our logo was designed by Lauren Moran. You can find her on social media at Lauren Moran and consider donating to her Patreon. She does really good work. You can find the podcast wherever podcasts are found. We are on social media. At this point, I think it's Instagram, Tumblr, and Blue Sky. And I guess we're also on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook if you really want to. But I don't spend a lot of time there these days. But it's just Impossible Coin. No dashes, underscores, or anything weird like that. If you really want to find us, you could check out our Discord. And we also stream a few times a week at twitch.tv/Impossible Coin. Do not be alarmed. We did pull the trigger on the affiliate stuff. So there are a lot of things that are happening. A lot of them are good, but some of them might be jarring, you know, brace yourself. But yeah, I think that's the long and the short of it. That's us. That's the show.
Just to be clear, we are not associated with any kind of AI image.
Oh yeah, not at all. Jesus Christ.
That was a bit.
Be here.
I would quit.
Yeah. I've already pre-quit. There's like a thing that'll just like end whatever I'm touching is if AI touches it. So watch out.
Yeah. I will simply vanish. I'll be gone. It'll be so fast.
Well, peace.
Bye.
Thank you for podcasting.
It's official.